Mark chapter 9, verses 2 to 13. And we have two different variations of the text, and then we'll be able to find differences in the two different Bibles.
Which one do we have?
And what we're going to do is we're going to have Rose reading the passage because it's just a short passage here. It's just this long. So for each verse, the number is verse 2. Can we start with Matt and go down and then come back up and keep going?
Shall I read the first verse?
Yeah.
6 days later, Jesus took him with Peter and James and John and brought them up on a high mountain by themselves, and he was transfigured before them.
And his garments became radiant and exceedingly white, so no wonder on earth can witness them.
Elijah appeared to them along with Moses, and they were talking to Jesus when Jesus.
Peter said to Jesus, Rabbi, it is good for us to be here. Let us make three tabernacles, one for you, and one for Moses, and one for Elijah.
For he did not know what to answer, for they became terrified.
Then a cloud formed overshadowing them, and a voice came out to the Lord. This is my beloved Son. Listen to him.
All at once they looked around and saw no one with them anymore, except Jesus alone.
As they were coming down the mountain, he gave them orders not to relate to anyone what they had seen until the Son of Man rose from the dead.
They seized upon that statement, discussing to one another what rising from the dead meant.
Starting at number verse 2.
They asked him, saying, why is it that the scribes say that Elijah must come first?
And he said to them, Elijah does come first come and restore all things, and yet how is it written of the Son of Man that he will suffer many things and be treated with contempt?
But I say to you that Elijah has indeed come, and they did to him whatever they wished, just as it is written of him.
Okay, well that was the New American Standard Bible passage. Then here's the difference in the New King James Version. And then we're going to start over here. I'll go back to that.
Now after 6 days, Jesus took Peter, James, and John, and led them up on a high mountain apart by themselves, and he was transfigured before them.
His clothes became shining, exceedingly white like snow, such as no launderer on earth can whiten them.
And Elijah appeared to them with Moses, and they were talking with Jesus.
Bradley, do you want to read the next one? It's verse 5.
People answered and said to Jesus, Rabbi, it is good for us to be here. Let us make 3 tabernacles, one for you, one for Moses, and one for Elijah.
Because he did not know what to say, for they were greatly afraid.
And a cloud came and overshadowed them, and a voice came out of the cloud, saying, This is my beloved Son. Hail him.
Suddenly, when they had looked around, they saw no one anymore, but only Jesus with themselves.
Now as they came from the mountain, he commanded them that they should tell no one the things they had seen, till the Son of Man had risen from the dead.
So they kept this word to themselves, questioning what the rising from the dead meant.
And they asked him, saying, why do the scribes say that Elijah must come first?
Then he answered and told them, Indeed, Elijah is coming first and restored all things. And how it is written concerning the Son of Man, that he must suffer many things and be treated with contempt.
But I say to you that Elijah has also come, and they do to him whatever they wished, as it is written of him.
Okay, that was the New King James Version. Well, do you guys remember or notice any differences in the two, such as a line? This one and that.
When the God had been just speaking, like the voice came from the cloud, he said, this is my beloved son, listen to him, and the other one said, hear him.
Yeah, okay. Then it's a good difference. And
There's more dialogue in King James.
yeah, there's more dialogue here. You can see it.
It starts off different. Like it says 6 days later on the New American Standard Bible, and it says now after 6 days.
Yep. Okay.
Read. I was gonna say, the New American Bible is like just 2 paragraphs.
Yeah, this one's just 2 paragraphs. This one is separated into 5 different ones, with one being a dialogue. Okay. Anything else? Okay, presentation. Who were the people who saw the transfiguration? The only people who saw were St. Peter and St. John, and of course Jesus, who was transfigured. And then
How are they important? They're Jesus' disciples, and the only ones able to see Jesus.
they're the only ones. Jesus only wanted those 2. They didn't. It's not that he didn't want anybody else, but he selected those 2 only to be able to see it. And there's a discrepancy on location, which means there's an argument about where it was. Some people claim that it was on Mount Hermon, and others on Mount Tabor. And then there were some Catholic theologians believing that it was in a city, but then there were Jewish historians who thought that it happened on a mountain. And they claimed that even though it happened on a mountain, nothing happened. It was just Jesus saying stuff. And we have right there it says, brought them up on a high mountain by themselves. Both texts say that exact same line. And then we have 2 different commentaries. I'm not going to go into it because their commentaries are the biblical exegesis of it. It's 2 people saying like what they interpreted from it. In the New Advent, they're saying that Jesus transfigured to help show that he was going to save us, he's going to forgive our sins. And then the Haydock is a lot different to understand it. I didn't really understand what it meant there, but. And then the reflection on daily lives.
What was the point? Jesus showed himself to us and wanted us to realize he was the Savior.
And then how should we apply this to our daily lives? We need to show others how thoughtful we are. We need to help as Jesus did for us, God. And then if we're disrespecting someone else, we're showing that we're disrespecting God. We're not